Big development there. We have learned that Bob Leonard Jr. has been found guilty of at least the first count there of murder. And we're talking with Glen Olvey, who lived next door to the home that blew up. And you saw the reaction. You saw this news live here. Your reaction to that as Chris was reading that?
Relief.
Relief.
This is a verdict that we all hope for. I'd love to hear what the rest of the verdict is, but the murder charge was the big one.
That's the biggest one. There were 51 counts, and the jury is still delivering their verdicts on the other charges there.
Right. The murder of Jennifer and Dion both, if nothing else, that was the one that I think everybody, including myself in the neighborhood, wanted. Really emotional right now.
Emotional, I'm sure. When the verdict was read, Glenn here raised his arms, a huge relief. Glenn, this is something that you had to relive during Mark Leonard's trial, Bob's brother. And now what was it like having to go through this again, to watch some of the same evidence come up again, to these same images, to hear from the same people that may have testified in Mark Leonard's trial? What's it like having to relive it through each of these proceedings?
I'd be lying if I say it wasn't hard. I was thinking, once we get through Mark's trial, that it would become easier. But then they bring up the photos of the house. They bring up the injury photos of myself and my family. And we have to look at them. Takes you right back to that point in time.
And it's tough still because we're more than 3 years removed at this point, but still feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it really does. We've still got, not just myself, but everybody in the neighborhood, there's still a lot of emotional healing to go through. I mean, the physical properties, everything that was lost or was damaged has been repaired, replaced. New items, sometimes not new items, but just the raw emotion of knowing we've got to go through this.
Glen Olvey is with us here in our studios talking to us about the night that the explosion happened. You live next door to Monserrate Shirley's home, which is the one that exploded that night on November 10th, 2012. I want you to stay